What is going on, everybody? Back with some more WNBA player props to get you winning some money tonight in the player prop streets. Hopefully, you tuned in to the last video. We went 5-1 on that one, breaking down some MLB and some NBA. I'm back with some WNBA today. We went 4-0 on the previous video in that MLB video, so we are on a 9-1 run on the channel on the free picks, guys. Going to be breaking down, giving you guys a free KJK Platinum play. I gave you a full 6-pick flex in the last video. I'm going to be giving you guys 3 picks in this one. I would recommend locking it in on Underdog Fantasy. If you do not have the app, I would get it because you're going to get the best bang for your buck because it'll be 3 picks, a 3-pick perfect play. You're paying minus 141 on the Betr Picks platform, so you're getting a way less advantage deal as compared to Underdog Fantasy, where a 3-pick standard entry, you're only paying minus 122. The same thing can be said on the Prizepicks platform. You're getting ripped off on a 3-pick entry as well. You are paying minus 140 over there. So we'll break down exactly what that means if you have no idea what I just talked about. But Underdog Fantasy, they'll give you all the way up to $1,000 deposit bonus, $1,000 when you use the code KJKDFest. I'll have my link down below, pinned as the top comment, as well as in the description. Make it nice and easy on you. You can get these plays onto other platforms as well. We'll break it down throughout this video, but the Prizepicks platform, they'll give you $50 instantly when you play your first $5 over there. If you want to go ahead and lock it in over there, feel free. I'm just trying to let you guys know you can get a better deal on the Underdog Fantasy platform in a 3-pick standard entry. Betr Picks, they'll match you all the way up to a $77 100% deposit match, which again with the promo code KJKDFest. I'll link down below. And if you're listening to this content, you're like, this guy knows what he's talking about. Hopefully, you know, if you've tuned into the last couple of videos, you're kind of becoming aware of the fact that I know what I'm talking about, considering we're 9-1. Could always have a bad day here today. That's hopefully not the case, but you can get 7 days completely free with the launch off member package that I did just launch over there. So check that out. And let's get into the 3 picks here. Underdog Fantasy did refresh their board right before I went to go ahead and hit the record button. They took off the New York Liberty game. I'm hoping it comes back here. I just said we'll go for it. Okay, it is back. Okay, so perfect. It looks like all of our plays are going to be available. I think one of them might have just got moved, which does kind of stink, but yeah, let's just talk about it. You might have to play a prop that got moved up one, unfortunately. But the first play I want to talk about, it's going to be Enrique Ugumbalé. And we're going to be talking about her point and assist prop. Looking like this one might have moved too, man. We got the full 3-pick standard entry here and over the premium. We had the Enrique Ugumbalé over 20.5 points and assists. The Ionescu over 19.5 points and assists. The Reese over 25.5 points and rebounds. This is why I always talk about all the apps as many as I can. Because they're going to move these lines. Outlier, one of the tools I'm using to find the very best plays on these apps each and every day, guys. They'll give you 7 days completely free. Went ahead and partnered up with these guys if you use my link down below. So take advantage of that offer. But once again, Enrique Ugumbalé, I did want to talk about her points and assist prop. At the 20.5 line, they're giving this, I like to sort this by implied probability on their tools here. This gives you the implied probability based upon the millions of dollars of sportsbook data that this prop's going to hit. They're giving this a 54% chance of hitting the over at the 20.5 line. And for good reason. It's a fantastic matchup here. 13th in the league are the Chicago defense as far as the points and assist defense. That's dead last. They're 12th in assists specifically, 13 in points. They're giving up 94.2 points, 23.5 assists. That's all fantastic things. There's 13 teams in the WNBA. They're dead last in giving up points, and they're second to last in giving up assists. So that's going to be a fantastic matchup. For Enrique Ugumbalé here tonight, we can go ahead and look at the insight. She's exceeded 21.5 points and assists in 8 of her last 9 games on the road. 24.4 points and assists on average with an 89% hit rate in her last 9 games, which could come in handy here because, I mean, I really don't like playing bumps, and I tell you, all of my premium members not to play bumps, but it looks like these lines have shifted in real time as I went ahead and go ahead and hit the record button. It just happens, man. We got the 20.5 line on her. It does look like in real time as I'm kind of scanning these boards, specifically the Underdog Fantasy platform, that they did go ahead and move that prop, which is just a sign that we got good value over there, right? That's why, I mean, if you haven't become a premium member of mine, this is a perfect example of the value I can provide you over there. I mean, it's just really simple. If you're playing on these apps every single day, they're going to shift these lines, but you get good value. That 21.5 points and assists prop is where she's at now compared to, you know, the 20.5 that we got. We just went ahead and broke down all the statistics, right? That percentage to hit on the over at the 20.5 line. She's cleared the 21.5 outlier set in many games as well, which does make us happy. But, you know, we would really prefer the 20.5 line. Is she still at 20.5 over on Prizepicks? No. You can see she got bumped up to 21.5 over here as well. We can go ahead and check out Betr Picks as well, though. See where she's at. I mean, another tool that I'm using every single day is the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, guys. another tool that I like to be using to compare all of these different lines. And once again, they'll hook you up with a sweet deal, KJKDFS. Just use all my links down below, 25% off this tool, but you can see in real time. I had this information pulled up prior to recording. We had a 52.07% chance to hit the over at the 20.5 number. Really, really good stuff. She's listed up to 21.5 on FanDuel, 21.5 on Caesars. She was favored on the over at 20.5 on BetMGM. So she was listed at 20.5 on Prizepicks here. Phenomenal prop. 20.5 on Underdog Fantasy, 20.5 on Betr. The point and assist prop is her best prop. You can see as I go ahead and refresh this data in real time, though, they've moved all these lines. She's no longer available at 20.5 on Underdog, no longer available at 20.5 on any of these apps. But hey, man, I'm just trying to give you free content. You can go ahead and play the 21.5. You know, obviously, it goes without saying we got a much better bang for a buck over in the premium. But the outlier data is showing us she has exceeded this 21.5 number as well in 8 of her last 9 games. So I can't really do anything about them changing these lines. I'm just trying to give you as much free value as I can on the channel for the free content. Just full transparency. If she goes out there and ends with 21 points and assists, you know, we're going to cash over in the platinum, but the free content, you're not going to quite get there, but it is what it is. Second play is the Sabrina Ionescu over 19.5 points and assists. Once again, it does look like they might have shifted this line on the Ionescu prop, which it just, you know, it does kind of stink, but we'll go ahead and give you the full breakdown on this one as well. We'll go ahead and pull up Mrs. Sabrina Ionescu, talk about her statistics, talk about why I like this prop. Once again, we can go ahead and bring up our outlier tools. Head on over to the player prop section, pull in Mrs. Sabrina Ionescu and tell you exactly why I like this one. I have this sorted by, once again, implied probability. That's sorting it. But that same thing we saw in the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, also available over here on Outlier. You can see the over 19.5 points and assists. They have this with a 54% chance to hit. It is, once again, a phenomenal matchup, taking on this Golden State team, new team in the WNBA. So the Valkyries, I don't know, still getting accustomed to them expanding this league. But anyways, their statistics across the board here. Been getting up a lot of points, a lot of assists, and Sabrina Ionescu, once again, in a good spot to exceed this one tonight. Not to mention, Jonquel Jones was downgraded to questionable in this one, which is obviously, you know, like a really big deal for those of you that follow the WNBA at all. Jonquel Jones is a high usage player. If for some reason, you know, she does end up getting ruled out, that's just going to obviously further increase the usage for Sabrina Ionescu tonight, which I do think the books were kind of adjusting for, which is going to happen, right? Once again, when they know that these players have a possibility of being ruled out, they're going to shift the line on you. But the over 19.5, you can see she's got a 50% hit rate. Hopefully, Jonquel Jones gets ruled out. Even if she's ruled in, we still like this play. It'll just add more assist equity as far as I'm concerned with another really good player on their team. But you can see 33.5 minutes per game supporting stats. The field goals, 14.4 attempts per game. We want her to be taking a lot of shots. We also obviously want her to be getting a lot of assists. We go ahead and break down the assist category here for Sabrina Ionescu. You can see 5, 6, 8, 6, all of these. She's exceeded 4.5 assists in 15 of her last 19 games. So the combination of the assists and the points are looking really friendly in this matchup here tonight for Miss Sabrina Ionescu. And once again, if we go ahead and we bring her in to the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, another tool that I'm using, we can just line compare real quick. Was able to get a really good line on her previously at the 19.5. You can see she's actually favored to go on the under 20.5 according to their data here. So another example of the difference you can get in value based upon the line that they're at. Does kind of stink that we're seeing that start to increase here, but what can I do? It's a good matchup. You can see a 54.72% chance to hit on the over 19.5 on Betr. It does look like you can get this on Betr at the time of recording at the line that I got at. This is the data that shows you know, the edge that we're getting at the 19.5 number. She's a minus 135 favorite on the over on Caesars, minus 130, meaning I talked about how I was going to explain these price tags. If you were to go on a Caesars Sportsbook, you're going to have to risk $135. So I'm $100 to take the over 19.5 points and assists on Sabrina Ionescu. That's how they price this in. So we don't care whether we're taking the over or the under on the number. All that we care is we're taking the side that has the higher likelihood to hit. This data in real time is going to show you why I like this prop so much. 4.72% advantage on the over compared to the under. So you're having a 4.72% increased likelihood of winning as compared to losing. Is still minus 122. at the 20.5 number on FanDuel. So once again, what am I going to do, man? I'm just trying to give you free plays. Feel free to take the point and assist prop. You can take the 15.5 points if you'd like. Another alternative, but I'm just bringing it to you in real time. I liked the points and assists, the 19.5, the Wnba, and then the last one we had over on this platinum ticket was the Angel Reese 25.5 points and rebounds prop. For those of you that don't know Angel Reese, she seems to be getting a lot of traction lately on the social media platforms. She tends to miss her shots and get her own shot. What are they calling them? I don't know. There's a certain phrase going along right now for her missing her own shots and grabbing them. But we don't really care when it comes to this game because we're just looking for her to do that exact thing because we want her to go over her points and rebounds. Tonight you can see the implied probability. Once again, I like to go ahead and sort it by that, right? What are they telling us for the points and rebounds prop? You can see the 25.5 points and rebounds for Angel Reese. We're looking at a 54% chance for this to hit the over, which is fantastic. And we're looking at another fantastic matchup. These bright green numbers mean that it is a friendly match for whatever prop you have selected on Outlier. We do have the over selected. So the fact that they're bringing in the data and telling us it's green, right? That makes us happy. If it's green for the under, that means they're saying it's a good matchup for the under. If it's green for the over, they're saying it's a good matchup for the over. We have the over selected. Dallas giving up a ton of points and rebounds. They're 11th in the league in points, 9th in the league in rebounds. That's going to be a great thing for Angel Reese, who has exceeded 24.5 points rebounds in 6 straight games. First bottom 5 defenses for points allowed, 30.0 points and rebounds per game on average in those 6 games. So the Outlier data really telling us this is a friendly matchup for her. And the 24.5 number is what we have selected here. Keep in mind, we are getting 25.5, but we can go ahead and bring in some further data here into the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer because that's where it was showing, you know, across the board and compared to the market, we are still getting a good price at the 25.5 because she is listed at 26.5 on FanDuel, 26.5 on Caesars. So the 52.09% chance to hit on the over is what's really sticking out to me here. That is available on Prizepicks. It is available on Underdog Fantasy, hopefully available on Betr. All of these different sites. We can be taking advantage of this value on Angel Reese. Yes, a 52.44% chance because of the Betr data. According to the Betr data, 52.09% chance according to the Underdog Fantasy data, and a 52.09% chance according to the Prizepicks data on the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. So once again, those are the 3 plays. It does look like 2 of them got bumped, but still, we broke down the matchup. Every single one of these matchups is a really good matchup for them to clear the over. If you do want access to every single one of my plays as soon as I place them, you can get 7 days completely free on the lowest tier package that I offer here now that I am offering this launch off member package. So take advantage of that offer. It's only $9.99 a month as is. I mean, that's a joke. If you're someone that's playing on these apps every day, you're going to get 1 play on that package, the beginning. So I have that as the beginner level. Then serious players are the VIP. That's really what I wanted this entire time that I went on this premium content journey. I'm creating a community, a Discord of people that are serious about it. If you're just having fun, I do offer free content, but then the platinum member package is going to be that top of the top tier. You're going to get access to the plays as soon as I place them before anyone else. Because these lines move quick. As you can see, we got the Wnba at 20.5, the Ionescu at 19.5, the Reese at 25.5. It's just what happens when you get good value. You know, now we go to the Underdog Fantasy board, and I already showed you. But, you know, these players that we got at those lines, they've all changed. The Ionescu points and assists is now at 20.5. We got it at 19.5. You know, the Wnba points and assists was at 20.5. Now it's at 21.5. That is the difference in winning and losing. But the good news is we can still get the Angel Reese prop at the same line. So you might have to play the bumps on the free content on those first 2. But the Angel Reese is still showing as the 25.5 number at the time of recording, which does make me happy. At least you're able to capture that one at the same line. We were maybe mixing your own picks if you don't want to take those other bumps, but we broke down the full matchup data, why I like every single one of these plays. The John Cole Jones possibly being injured should help the Ionescu prop possibly as well. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Looking to keep this streak we've been on the free content going. Hopefully you enjoyed the breakdown. If you, once again, want the access to the premium content, this same amount of analysis and data is going into each and every single one of my plays over there. got access to millions of dollars a day to every single day thanks to tools such as the, Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, such as our friends over at Outlier as well. So if you want to use the same tools that I'm using for my research, feel free to check them out, link down below. Feel free to get those deposit matches linked down below as well with all these different tools, all of these different sites, such as Underdog Fantasy. Once again, they'll give you all the way up to $1,000. Wishing you all the best of luck on your WNBA player props tonight, and we will see you in the next one.